Alright, so when you think about a company's security, what comes to mind? Probably firewalls, right? Antivirus software. Well, that's only half the story. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain and look at how the pros, the ethical hackers, test the real weak spots, the ones you can touch and the ones inside our own heads. Okay, let's put you in the hot seat for a second. Imagine you're a professional, but you're one of the good guys. You've just been hired to break into a super secure office. How would you even start? I mean, what's your first move? This isn't just some hypothetical question. This is exactly the kind of job a penetration tester, or pentester for short, does every day. Their entire goal is to find those security holes before the bad guys do. So here's the mission. Your target is a company called MCDS LLC, and you're not just going to be sitting behind a keyboard miles away. Nope. Your job is to get on the ground and perform a physical penetration test. This is where things get really interesting. Now, you've already proven you can breach their network from the outside. That was phase 1. But now, MCS wants to know if you can actually get inside the building. We're talking about a facility with its own data center, protected by magstripe access cards. Your challenge is to get past all of it. So where do you begin? You might think it starts with a lockpick set or some fancy gadget, but you'd be wrong. The very first move is all about gathering intelligence. In the security world, this is what we call a site survey. And a site survey isn't just a casual walk around. You are looking for everything. Where are the camera blind spots? What are the guard patrol schedules? When do employees usually go out for a smoke break? Every single detail, no matter how small, is a potential key to getting inside. Okay, once you've done your homework and gathered all that intel, you've got a whole menu of options. You could try to clone an access card, maybe disable an alarm system, or even just find a gate that someone left unlocked. But honestly, one of the most effective techniques requires no tech at all. This is a classic move. It's called tailgating, and you know why it works so well? Because it preys on our natural instinct to just be helpful. I mean, picture this. You walk up to a secure door with your hands full of coffees and files. What does the person in front of you do? They hold the door, right? Of course they do. And boom, just like that, you've bypassed a state-of-the-art security system, all thanks to a simple, polite gesture. Now, to fight against something like tailgating, high security places use a clever device called a man-trap. It's basically a small room with 2 doors. You swipe your card, the first door opens, you step inside, and it has to lock behind you before the second door into the facility will open. It physically makes it impossible for 2 people to get in on a single swipe. But what if tailgating isn't an option? Well, a pentester's toolkit goes way beyond a simple lockpick. They can literally take a photo of an employee's keys and duplicate them. Or even scarier, they can use a small device to clone an RFID badge right out of someone's pocket or purse, and the person would never even know it happened. And this quote just hits the nail on the head. You can spend millions on the world's strongest locks and the most complex digital encryption, but at the end of the day, all of that can be undone by the single biggest vulnerability in any system: the human being. And that brings us perfectly to the next level of this game: social engineering. We're not talking about breaking down physical doors anymore. We're talking about breaking down the defenses inside a person's mind. See, social engineering isn't about finding a bug in the code or a flaw in the software. It's about exploiting the bugs in our human operating system. An attacker is looking to take advantage of our natural desire to be helpful, our fear of getting in trouble, or just our basic trust in other people. And just look at the difference here. A physical attack, you've got to be there. You need physical tools. You risk getting caught on camera. But a social attack, that can be launched from anywhere in the world. And the tools aren't hardware. They're psychology and impersonation. It's a completely different battlefield. So, what's in a social engineer's toolkit? Well, it's not what you think. They're not using crowbars. They're using psychological triggers. These little levers in our brain that we all respond to, often completely unconsciously. Let me give you a perfect example. You get a panicked call. It's IT support. They say, hey, your account's been compromised and we have to lock it down in the next 60 seconds unless you click this link and reset your password right now. See what they did there? They just hit you with urgency. The clock is ticking, and authority because, it's IT. They're playing on your emotions to get you to act before your logical brain can kick in and say, wait a minute. But of course, these things don't always go off without a hitch. This isn't a movie. In a real physical test, you might accidentally trip an alarm. You might get challenged by an employee who's actually paying attention. That's why every good pentester has a rock-solid contingency plan. Yeah, this is a really important point. Unlike hacking from your basement where you can just shut your laptop and disappear, a physical test has real-world, right here, right now consequences. If you get caught, you can't just vanish. You absolutely need a plan. A real professional never, ever wings it. They have what's basically a get-out-of-jail-free letter from the company. They have a specific person at that company they're supposed to call. They have a rehearsed cover story. It's all about maintaining control of the situation, even when it feels like everything is going wrong. You know, when we boil it all down, this isn't just about corporate security. This is about our security every single day. We all have front doors to protect, and we all get those sketchy-looking emails. The principles are exactly the same. So the next time you hold a door for a stranger or get one of those urgent emails, just take a second, pause, and ask yourself, am I being helpful or am I the one being hacked?